Well, we're watching two sides bang in form here tonight on Friday Night Super League. Warrington 10, Hull 6 as the players emerge for the start of the second half. Warrington losing at Widnes on Good Friday. They've won 4 of the last 5 in Super League. Their home form has been exceptional. And this not a happy hunting ground for the Black and Whites. Just 1 win in the last 9 visits. They won 2 of the first 3 visits. But the last time they won here, April 2011, 24 points to 10. Let's see what the next 40 minutes has in store.
Oh, that's too long.
Out on the fall.
That is a big, big error. That doesn't do your confidence any good at all.
And well done, young Glenn Riley. He knew where that ball was going. And he gets Warrington the penalty on halfway, and the crowd screaming, they want another one, but the referee is unimpressed.
Quick thinking though, wasn't it, by Breers? Oh, that was a poor pass. It was always dipping down. It was difficult for Cooper. Well, he created a try from a good offload in the first half, but that was not the best from Gareth Carvell.
Ball's going out anyway. Look, he's way over, way out.
Yeah, but as you say, Eddie, quick thinking from the youngster.
Not Phil Clark's happiest rule, that. He doesn't like it.
I think it's negative play, but anyway, that's for another discussion at another time. Hull have recovered really from that dreadful start to the second half. Mistakes like that, I don't think they can quite afford them, and you can see here now the desire from Warrington. 4 men up quickly. They know their focus has to be on defending well. They can score points. There's no real problem with their attack. They back themselves to score if they need them. But can they defend well enough to win tonight and to get to the grand final with the defence that will take them there?
This is Johnson, and Paul Johnson gets Hull to the halfway line on tackle number 4. Jeremiah from dummy half gets the kick over the head of Stefan Ratchford, but will skip dead in goal. I think that's a negative.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Eddie.
He's not attempted to do that. He's wanted to keep the ball in play, hasn't he? But he's not good enough to do it, and I think that kicking, Eddie, separates the best from the rest in Super League. The best teams now, like maybe Danny Brophy, Leeds, they'll keep the ball in play.
Monaghan, he thought about slipping the pass to Myler. He took the tackle instead from Richard Horn. Here is Waterhouse, and Waterhouse is halted 20 metres inside the Hull half. Atkins is the dummy half. He finds Glenn Riley. Riley takes it forward on tackle number 4. Here's Michael Monaghan. Another good run from him from dummy half. Halted by the tackle of Richard Horn. That's the last tackle here for Warrington coming up. Ooh, it dipped again. The passing not good for Warrington.
Shocking. Well, it's a wry smile on the face of Tony Smith. He knows that they were setting up for the kick. That is a shocking pass. You can't really blame Richie Myler for that.
One of the little things you got to practice, Steve, especially when you're playing on the fringes as a winger or a centre. You will have to go into dummy half and pass the ball on occasion, and should you not be able to do that, you'll get results like that occasion. Ryan Atkins, poor effort out of dummy half, put his team under pressure. Hull FC now with a chance to capitalise.
And Carvell being penalised for lying on, holding down.
Well, he was claiming to the official that he'd lost it. And he'd bobbled, got the knock on at the end.
This is Josh Bowden now. Jeremiah is there again for Hull. Lynch gives it to Holsworth. He finds McDonald. McDonald finds Yeeman.
Good tackle by Breers.
And Holsworth again just gives it to Lynch.
A good move by
the ball is dropped by Lynch. Warrington have it back.
Well, the error count is going higher and higher now. 19 between the two of them. 10 from Warrington. 9 from Hull. It's a problem.
And the crowd are on the back of everybody. Ratchford waits. Here goes Carvell. A little run from Ratchford.
Quick thinking there. That was good from the man who's playing fullback tonight.
Jeremiah could have been penalised for a flop there. Here's Glenn Riley.
Big unit, isn't he?
He is. 20 years of age. Breers just stabs it over the top. Good play by Tom Briscoe.
read it well, didn't he? But that's good defence. Straight in the face. And who else would be there? Ben Westwood.
That wasn't the best play of the ball from Tom Briscoe. Rumours, of course, abound and continue that he will be another of our outstanding young Englishmen on the jet to Australia next season.
Well, there was talk during the week that he might be going to Leeds, Eddie, as well. I think Gary Hetherington's come out and said that no,
well, that would be better.
He won't be joining our books. He needs to do a little bit in this game, Tom Briscoe. He is a devastating run of the ball. You're absolutely right, and that's why clubs are looking at him. But he's going to have to do a bit for his club. He's going to have to cause trouble for this Warrington defence. A little like Ryan Atkins, I guess, does for the Warrington Wolves when he gets out. Tom Briscoe, great runner. Himself and Kirk Eamon got to show themselves in this game.
5 minutes gone, as we were at half-time, 10-6. Warrington to restart with the tap on the 20. Good offload.
Yeah,
Michael Monaghan.
You just get the feeling, Eddie, that this Warrington outfit now gaining in confidence. And it's been a smart.
They get the penalty here.
Yeah, messing around. He's been around long enough now as Lynch to realise that. The referee's shouting, "L, let him get off him, get off him." Lynch refused to do that.
So this is a dangerous situation for Warrington, and more particularly for the whole defence.
It's been a good move by Tony Smith, you know, to put Stephen Ratchford in there at the dummy half. Got quite a few of the occasions. Now it's Monaghan.
There's Ben Curry. Keep an eye out for number 24 in primrose yellow and blue. Ratchford gets the ball away short. And here's Westwood. Finds Carvel. Puts a hand in the chest, gets the hand off, gets the ball away as well, but nowhere for Michael Monaghan to go, only the ground. Tackled by Ellis. It's with Myler, and Myler comes back on the inside to Curry. Here's Michael Monaghan again. Finds Breers. Breers just feigned to go right, came back left, took the tackle number 5. So here comes the last for Warrington, and it's with Myler. The kick goes high, and he's looking for Riley, looking for Atkins. Tell you what, I think Lyman's had his pocket pinched.
Yeah, he'll give this.
Not the tallest. They came this way, and Ryan Atkins, I think, is going to be credited with his 10th try of the season. Tom Lynham is head and shoulders, it appears, above both of those, but the leap from Atkins proved absolutely vital, and Warrington get the first try of the second half.
Beautiful kick, wasn't it? The kick's backspin just held up there. Atkins to it. What a wonderful kick. He's in top form, Richie Myler. How many times do we see that from the Warrington outfit? If it's not Lee Breers, it's Richie Myler. And if it's not the big fella Joe Monaghan, then the three-quarter line are capable of doing it. And boy, isn't he happy with that. Ryan Atkins.
80th try for Warrington for Ryan Atkins. His 10th try in Super League, his 14th try in all competitions. And can Breers add the extras? Of course he can. 16-6, back to 10 points, the gap.
What I said before the game, Eddie, that Hull don't miss many tackles. In fact, they have the best in the Super League so far this season. But Warrington know that's not the only way to score a try. 3 of the tries from 3 of the kicks tonight. They've not necessarily run through Hull in defence, but they've found with brilliant skill and execution under pressure, there are other ways to score, and they've done that for 16 good points here so far.
Now, while they're not missing tackles, Phil, they're going to have to do something in the tackle. It's far too quick from Warrington at the moment. I'm watching the third man from Hull FC trying to get back in the line, get set, and get off the line. They're unable to do it. Warrington playing the ball far too quick. Hull FC liable to give a penalty away or concede easy yards. They've got to slow this Warrington Wolves team down, and they've got to do it legally.
Lovely offload from Carvel to young Ben Curry. 5-year deal signed last November. 14th consecutive appearance for him. He's got 1 England Knights international appearance to his name already as well. Curry, he's 1 for the future.
Got a problem.
He's 1 for the present.
We've got a problem with Carvel in back play. I think he twisted the knee slightly.
I think the referee's given this as a knock-on.
Massive relief for Hull, isn't it, here? They've got players on the floor. Warrington rolling downfield in the centre, but they've said that Rashford have lost the ball in the tackle as Aaron Harriman received treatment to his right thigh.
I think he might have got a stray boot.
Well, they are fortunate, Hull, now that they effectively play with two hookers, don't they, with Danny Houghton and Aaron Harriman. So they have a replacement for him, although they'll be reluctant to lose him at this stage with 30 minutes to go.
And it's clutching at the thigh, and maybe is it a loose boot, or has he pulled something? Went in awkward, didn't he? It looks as though he may have pulled something there. Just twisted in the attempted tackle.
Reluctant to leave the field.
Well, he added a little bit of spark, didn't he, when Peter Gentle threw him out into the fray. Maybe hopeful that he can just shake it off. Hull now have got to really test their arm. They've got to be a little bit more adventurous. They know that they can't just hang in there. Maybe a little chip over the top, something a little bit different.
Whiting takes it only as far as Waterhouse, and two more. Michael Monaghan was there. Gareth Carvel also. He eventually disentangles himself. Lynch and Horn, and that was Holsworth, and this is McDonald, and he gets a good ball away to Yeaman. The ball hits the deck, went behind the player. McDonald picks up the scraps.
Quick play the ball, that's what's needed, but you can see they're all over him.
Ooh, and Holsworth had to bend his back for that. This is Paul Johnson now. Still a couple of tackles in the bag here for the Black and Whites. Lynch bounces into Carvel. Curry is there as well. Down he goes underneath the sticks. Last one coming up here for Hull. He play it to Heremiah, who'll find Holsworth, who gives it to Horn. They come wide, and that's a great try, I think, from Lynham.
Yeah, he's got it down. He hasn't touched any of the whitewash. He's got to give this. He may go upstairs to Ben Taylor, the video referee.
He's asking for obstruction in the middle of the field.
Well, the finish is superb by Tom Lynham.
Oh. Well, that's the collision there.
Is that Waterhouse? He's got to be offside to play the ball, hasn't he?
That's the question for me, Phil. You're absolutely right. How quick has Trent Waterhouse got there? Let's see where the ball strikes the foot. Well, Trent Waterhouse is probably offside for me. That we can determine that would be play on.
I wonder whether they actually do that though, Eddie. If they'll go back to the play the ball to see, as he set off, was he already offside?
Well, he's a mile offside, yeah. Waterhouse.
I think this will be given because of that.
So you would imagine that you play advantage from that, but I don't think they will here, Mike.
I think they'll give it.
Well, I do think it is a try. Great try, comeback try for Hull.
It's a wonderful finish. Look at that.
Well, he had one denied in the first half.
I can't see they're denying him here.
This will be TRY, and they're back in the game.
Try is given to Tom Lynham. Brilliant finish from the young man. He's only 21 years of age. He scored one in the first half, chalked off by the video referee. This one given the green light. His first try in the 3 matches.
Tremendous finish. It takes a lot of talent to be able to get over. It was good play, wasn't it? Combination. Wanted a move by Peter Gentle to get Holsworth and Richard Horn working the two halfbacks way out on that right-hand side. Allowed the big fella Lynham in. This is a crucial kick from Holsworth.
Yes, it is. But he's pushed it in front of the posts. So the try from Tom Lynham gets Hull back to within 6 points. Lynham, the man, of course, who gave up a university degree to concentrate on Super League.
Well, they've proved to themselves here. If they get close to Warrington's try line, they've got enough skillful players and enough big and powerful ones to get over the line and score some points. Great passing, good timing of the run, and Thomas the Tank Engine outside. Well, they can't stop him from there.
No, we featured him on Boots and All the other week, Tom Lynham. He's still living in with his student mates in Hull.
Well, he's in the big time now, Eddie. I listened to you in the build-up, talking to Phil and talking to Steve, and I think people refer to this as being a landmark game for Hull FC. They needed to show us that they could beat the big sides. forget about hanging in there and competing with Warrington. That's not good enough for a club the size of Hull FC. You don't want to scrape into the playoffs if you're Hull FC. You want to be getting to Old Trafford, and that consistently. Winning here tonight, or at least performing as well as Warrington Wolves, will show us that Hull FC could be the real deal this season. I'll tell you what, with a scoreline like this far into the game, they're going a long way towards that.
Well, they're showing here as well with some of the stats. They're fighting their way back. Warrington still deserve a narrow lead. They've made far more metres in possession than their opponents, but the Hull side are proving now as we get to the final quarter, hopefully, that this one's going to go right to the end.
Well, this is the last tackle coming up for the Black and White, so the kick from Holdsworth is straight into the arms of Riley.
Not the best, was it?
They've certainly switched the direction of those kicks, though. There's we were mentioning in the first half, Steve, you particularly, why would you go for Joel Monaghan with the kicks? Well, now they're peppering Riley.
Yeah, they've got that right, but they've got to make sure that they've got to turn him around. It was good positioning by Riley. He reads the game well.
Michael Monaghan goes down, tackle number 3, Ratchford at dummy half. And here's Westwood. You know what you're getting with Ben Westwood week after week, don't you? 18 minutes, wholehearted effort.
Just saying, Eddie, there again, you see at half-backs, the full-back, Stephen Ratchford. And the reason why Johnny Smith is doing that, he knows that this whole defence has to come in tighter. But to know the ability, he can just race away from dummy half, can Ratchford.
Angled crossfield kick from Lee Breers, Whiting underneath it. Good chase by Myler, and great support from his teammates. It's a goal-line dropper.
Tremendous stuff. Was that a fine game?
Would you say, Mike, that the biggest difference between these two teams is the accuracy of those attacking kicks? In the first half, Warrington scored from them, and look, again, they've not scored, but they're going to get possession back. Yeah,
well, the thing is, Phil, that they've got two of Warrington, Lee Breers and Richie Myler, really, and they're depending too much at Hull on Daniel Holdsworth. It confuses the opposition. They say, are they going to cut down Breers? And he does that. Then Richie Myler stands into the space.
First goal line drop out of the match we've just seen, forced by either side. And here comes Chris Hill. And Michael Monaghan clapping his hands at dummy half. Wants some urgency. Short ball from Breers. Good take. It was. Inevitably, it was Ben Westwood. Curry goes down. 8 metres away from the line, Warrington. Monaghan loops the pass to Myler. He then finds Waterhouse. Vital tackle that by Richard Hall. Atkins to Myler. Another kick underneath the sticks. This is too long.
Yeah, idea was good. Execution poor. He knows it. But most importantly, they can get themselves on that 30-metre line.
They're tiring out Hull FC, though. They're playing it too quick, Steve. On this Hull FC side, they're going to have less and less energy in attack. They've got to find something in defence that slows Warrington down, and again, I'll say it, slows it down legally. The referee is continuously shouting at the Hull players, let it go fast, let it go fast, because if you slow it down illegally, he's just waiting to blow the whistle.
Briscoe trying to get through. And now then, Hull get the penalty.
This is important, Teddy. Since the half-time break, Warrington have had the vast majority of the ball in the second half. It's probably one of the reasons, Brian, why Hull do look a little fatigued. But now, another penalty, a kick to touch. You would imagine 6 chances, 6 players here to either score or apply some pressure.
And Houghton will restart, just waiting for the formation and for the message to get out. Ellis. Holdsworth looks for the runners, and it was Lynch. Still plenty of time left in this match, only 6 points in it. That might have drifted forward to Richard Hall. That's a great ball, and Crooks gets support from Whiting, and Whiting will score for Hull. The crowd and Ratchford are on the back of the referee. They believe there was a forward pass in there, but Richard Whiting wasn't hanging round, waiting to debate the issue. And Richard Whiting, the former England international, who's played all of the games in Super League this year, but was this forward?
No, that's fine.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, Ben Crooks come through. It was a perfectly timed pass by Richard Hall. Look at that. Bang, came on the angle. didn't run the same way as Richard Horne was going, and Whiting, look how he comes on that angle. He knows it's Whiting there, and boy, Crooks well aware that the little offload was there. It's surely all tied up.
You know, it was run that well, Steve-o. The pass was that good, the line was that good, that Lee Breers was asking, that's got to be forward. Not at all. Hull FC, brilliant execution.
And Hull's are here to level the game up, which he does. Well, the crowd are unconvinced, as you would expect, but it's 16 apiece.
It's all about putting yourself in a good position. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
You know, they'll boo, and they'll give the referee a hard time. Then they'll go home and watch it on Sky Sports again tonight and realise, well, he's actually got that one right.
Yeah.
That was a good call by the referee.
I'll tell you what was a bad call, though, was players like Stephen Ratchford and his teammates going up to question the referee in the way they did and appealing that, you know, I think that was poor. I'm a huge fan of Stephen Ratchford. I think he's one of the best players Warrington have got, but I don't think appealing to the referee every time a try is scored is the way we want to see the sport played.
Well, it was a lift that the black and whites needed, but that is very strong defence. Leading the way there, Chris Hill. That was a real hit.
It was on Mark O'Meally, who felt that. Well, if it's done nothing else, it's fired Warrington up. It's levelled the game up at 16 all, and we've still got 22.5 minutes remaining.
And you've got to give the visitors a lot of credit, Eddie, because it looked at 16-6. You know, the heads looked it was going to go down, but they were fought back.
Good hit, good hit. Now then, this is the pass from dummy half. I think that's the one that they're all complaining about. It wasn't the pass from Richard Horne, although that's the one that the Warrington fans now are complaining about. It was the first one from Danny Houghton. And you see those angles that we show.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you can't really go with any conviction to a video referee and ask him to make a decision about a forward pass, because the camera angles can sometimes lie. Pictures never do.
No, but they've got the tempo, haven't they, in the defence again of Hull. That's all they needed. Just had a little bit of skill factor that got them that try to equal.
The kick from Breers is collected by Lynham. And Lynham saw a gap and went for it. Waterhouse and Atkins did well.
Sorry, Eddie, just over 20 minutes to go. We're at Warrington. We know how good they were last week in the Cup. Hull FC coming, and question marks against Hull FC. Well, 16 all with just over 20 minutes to go. We couldn't ask for much more than this. And Peter Gentle will be delighted with where his side are in this game.
And don't rule out the draw, because Hull are the Super League draw specialists. They've drawn at London and St Helens this year. So they know how to get over the line and pinch a point on their travels. Good kick from Houghton, meanwhile.
Certainly was, and he'll be pleased with Peter Gentle because he's turned them around.
They're coming together, Hull, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are. They've shown that they had to dig deep as well. You know, at 16-6, 10 points adrift. They've got to get themselves sorted out quickly.
One of the things what we'll see on Monday night, Leeds against St Helens, two other sides featured or favoured, I should say, by many to get to the grand final, but these two certainly putting on an impressive display at present. And what Warrington have done since half-time is stayed predominantly in the middle of the field. In the first half, there was action left and right, but they've stayed in the middle. They've run often from dummy half, the man playing the ball to a man behind him who scoots as quickly as he can, or just a forward, and I guess they're trying to blow the hinges off the door of this Hull side in the middle.
I know we can always say if only in this sport, but Hull won just 2 of their first 9 in Super League this year. It was a tough start to them. They struggled with injuries. They struggled with the loss of Gareth Ellis in the warm-up on the first night at Headingley. But what only had they won a couple of those early matches?
Well, you just saw there that Michael Monaghan was trying to milk the penalty from the official. They were very slow to get back to the 2 markers from Hull.
Another high hoof down the middle by Breers, collected by McDonald.
And that's not the best kick.
There's little plays you seldom see. Aaron Jeremiah chased as hard as he could after being involved in the tackle. He chased from marker to put pressure on the Warrington Wolves kicker, forced him to rush his kick, allowed Hull to catch it on the full. It's chain events in this game of rugby league. It's the effort by Jeremiah that puts his side on the front foot, but perhaps doesn't get recognised often enough.
O'Mealy trundles it forward again. That ball's come free and it's a knock-on. O'Mealy is questioning this decision. Nothing to question, although Michael Monaghan's hand was there.
And I think Warrington defenders think this is worth a point. And I'll tell you why, because if they end up scoring 4 or 6, it will all start with their effort in defence to turn over possession inside their opponent's half. Starting a set of 6 tackles inside your opponent's half is a dream that every team wants in rugby league, because it increases your chances of scoring.
Well, Warrington disposed of Salford last week, 52 points to 6 in the Challenge Cup last Sunday. This is a bit more of a struggle tonight. Two of the top 6 in the Super League we're watching here. It's showing, isn't it? Michael Monaghan waits. Finds Myler. Myler to Ben Curry. Curry dumps the ball down. Quick hands by Warrington, risky business. Myler to the rescue. Myler looking for Joel Monaghan. The ball will beat everybody. It was inventive.
Yeah. It was good play there by Richie Myler.
And it's a penalty here. Gareth Ellis penalised for the late challenge. Is it a shoulder charge? I think it probably is, on Richie Myler. Had he had his arms out round him like a bear hug, he wouldn't have been penalised. I don't think it was late, but the shoulder charge is penalised. And
surely they'll go for the 2. No, they've gone for the quick tap.
No, they're running it with Paul Wood. They're 11 metres, 10 metres maybe away from the line. Here's Monaghan. Now he finds Breers. Breers trying to get a flash of magic and nearly producing it. Holsworth's all over him, trying to slow him down. Michael Monaghan, Richie Myler. Myler to Waterhouse. They deal with that threat.
Great defence.
Atkins. Myler pops it up. Hill. The big men battering away at this whole defence. They've survived for 4 tackles. Here's Mickey Hyam. He's back. Myler. Myler with the pass. Finds Westwood. Westwood offloads to Myler. Myler hounded, but still gets it away to Ratchford. And Ratchford goes down on tackle number 5. It's tremendous attack. It's wonderful defence. It's Breers with the kick. It ricochets, and Houghton comes to the rescue.
Great work by the hooker as well. I'm not so sure that Breers would be happy with that, and I think he's picked up a knock as well. He's limping. You can see him there. He's in a lot of trouble in back play.
Effort like that, Steve-O, can win you games and it can win you competitions. Hull FC showed us there they're willing to work for each other. They're willing to tag up on big men like Trent Waterhouse, I think it was Ben Crooks and Richard Horan involved in a tackle close to the line against one of the biggest men in the field. They're working for each other. They're working as a team. That's going to give them a shot.
Now Breers in a spot of bother and Hull in a spot of bother here, because this is the last tackle coming up and they've only made 11 metres then. Okay.
Monaghan has just realised to come back. Riley had already done that.
So here comes Riley now with the riposte for Warrington. Good chase by Houghton, that.
Well, there's a big problem there for Lee Breers. He's limping out on that wild side there, the far side. Now then, it's a big decision for Tony Smith. Does he hope that he can just run it off? But he's not right at the moment.
Ben Curry will trundle it up the middle. O'Mealy has done his stint for the time being. Comes on only in short bursts, doesn't he, Mark O'Mealy? Chris Hill is held on tackle number 4. Mickey Hyam. 30 metres away, they're now 20 metres and less away, courtesy of that run. Here comes the last tackle for the Warrington Wolves with Ratchford. Back it comes to Myler, high and wide for Myler, looking for Joel Monaghan. Finding Joel Monaghan, the ball bounces off him, and McDonald drops on it gratefully.
And again, Joel Monaghan nearly took that. The whole players just sort of seemed to lay off him. It's mine, he said, and he nearly got it.
Now then, Warrington looking to pen, hold back in their own 20-metre zone again. Super League extra time. We'll look back at this on the red buttons at 10 o'clock.
They've got to be careful, Warrington. Don't give away a silly penalty. It's getting a bit niggly out there.
And Holdsworth with a big kick down the middle of the field. That is a great kick.
Kicking on the fourth, kicking long. Smart play by Hull FC.
And look where Warrington have to start this attack from. 10 metres from their own line rather than 10 metres away from the Hull line.
Well, it's going to be a big question now. Which coach will say, should we look towards going for the 1 point?
Some of the big men are trudging. You can't blame them. It's been played at quite a pace, this.
It's been brutal at times. Great to watch, though.
Wood. Gareth Ellis bounced off him. There were two reinforcements. Houghton and Green. This is Westwood. Down he goes on the last. Warrington still just inside their own half. Kick's important here. Hyam kicking from dummy half. Now then,
and that's another
it's a great kick. Yeah. I was going to say, will Briscoe allow that to go over the sideline? He wanted to, but the ball had another idea. And so too did Warrington. Could be penalised. Oh dear.
Well, when we gave the warning, you've got to start using your brains when you get a wonderful kick there from Mickey Hyam.
Referee shouts move there, and they put him to ground. That's why the penalty comes about.
You can criticise Ben Curry, but you can compliment Tom Briscoe as well. His efforts to get up and play the ball, to speed it up. You have a chance of earning your side a penalty. You show some desire to get off the ground. Referee reads that. You penalise the opposition. The great period in this game for Hull FC. A great chance for them to kick on.
It's a relieving penalty because they start this set of six almost 40 metres away from their own line.
Well, if they get anywhere near, I'm sure that Peter Gentle, the Hull coach, will say, we'll go for that drop goal.
Not seen many scorelines like that in the past at this stage of a match. 7-18, Salford trailing to Bradford. Houghton with a good run here, where it's 16 apiece, all locked up.
I'd like to see Hull get the ball in the hands of Ben Crooks again. He made the break for the last try, and in recent weeks, he's found a golden touch to set up great plays.
Holdsworth stabs the kick down the line. An invitation for Briscoe, but Monaghan was first to react. 11.25 minutes remaining here.
Can they force the error? That's what they need. And again, discipline is so important. Did that knock on? It certainly looked it.
Or did it go backwards?
Well, either way. Oh,
that's a knock on.
That's a dream gift.
That could have been a penalty against Hyam. Jay Pitts to his feet. Horn. They come wide to Ben Crooks. Riley saw the danger. Ben Crooks drops it on the ground. Richard Whiting, has he retained possession for his side? Yes, he has. Horn. And here now comes Chris Green. 8 metres away. Houghton switches the direction. It's Horn. It's a great pass.
It's a try.
I think it's a try for Whiting. It's Whiting's second try. It is. Richard Whiting for Hull. And they have battled their way through traffic to get here, these supporters tonight. A gold medal each of them deserves. Well, if it's not a gold medal, they'll take 2 competition points. And Richard Whiting's second try has given them hope of that.
And what a great move was Peter Gentle to put back out there Danny Houghton. There's the error. You cannot afford to do that when it's in a tight situation at 16-all. Short pass there from Richard Horn and Whiting. Try number 2. Great combination there. It should have been stopped at the opportunity, but it was too strong there for Ryan Atkins. Try number 2 for Whiting. Well, what a fight back. 16-6 down, and now they take the lead.
Well, he scored a try in a defeat here in Super League 24-25 in 2007. He scored a try in a playoff win in 2005, 40 points to 6. These Hull supporters are delighted, and they will be even more so if Daniel Holdsworth adds the extras.
He missed one from a very similar position last week. It looks easy, but he's found it this week.
Yes, he's found the mark this week. It's 16 to Warrington, but 22 to Hull.
Eddie, I think had they not hit Richard Whiting, they had Ben Crooks out the back. It was great structure from Hull FC in attack. They chose the short ball, but out the back they had a man free as well. A well-deserved try. Can you imagine the reaction in the bars of Hull tonight? We know how fanatical they are about their rugby league over there, whether they're following Hull FC or Hull KR. But this result so far, well, 22-16, you're showing us you're a chance in the competition this year. You're a chance to get into Old Trafford.
Well, we mentioned it, didn't we, Brian, that when they were behind by 10 points, that they had to be a little bit more adventurous. They certainly did that. Phil mentioned, you know, Ben Crooks in top form. But that was a great combination.
And you know what? We see there that Warrington made more meters, but that tackle success rate, if you're making 95% of the tackles, you give yourselves a great chance to win a game. And we can see here that they are clearly giving themselves a great chance to go here. This would be only the second win in 10 visits to the Halliwell Jones. They haven't done well here, and it would be a memorable night for the supporters who've travelled here.
Will indeed, but they won't be counting any chickens just yet.
No, they can't afford to. They know that the Warrington outfit have got plenty of quality and class, but look at that chase. Absolutely superb.
Yes, on the back of a very good kick.
It's a dream for the coach, isn't it, when you see your side not only fight back, but to take the lead, and then the kick and chase is superb.
I just wonder if it stays like this, if Hull go home with the points tonight. I just wonder what it will do to their season.
Well, I made the point that this was the time that they could lay down the gauntlet and say to themselves, you know, you big teams, the top four, we're coming after you. We have the ability to come back and win the game. And to say there's still plenty of time to go.
Yes, there is, and this is not over yet. Because here's Paul Wood. Now it's Breers. The ankle is heavily strapped. Myler finds Ratchford. That looked forward.
It certainly did.
Griggs got to it, and Yeaman's asking the touch judge about that. Here's Breers, who'll hoist it high and into the middle of the field.
This is a great kick.
On.
Oh, good
well
take.
Claimed, Lynham.
He's solid, isn't he? Not just with ball in hand. Again, he put himself in a situation.
You can't ask for much more than this on a Friday night, can you? There's 7 minutes to go, Hull FC in front, and you just know that you can't write Warrington off until that final whistle goes.
Well, you'd imagine with the time remaining, Eddie, that Warrington are going to get the ball 3 more times in this match. Where they get it can be determined by the Hull side. You'd imagine they wanted as far away from the home try line as possible, so they control possession, kick deep, and make sure that line is very strong.
And that's another good kick there by the hooker, Danny Houghton.
It's a great kick, and it's picked up by Riley, and look at the white line of chasers.
That's game management, Eddie. Yet again on the 4th tackle when they're getting a quick play of the ball, and the Warrington blockers, the Warrington chasers, trying to put pressure on the kick. They're not in place. Danny Houghton taking advantage of that and kicking deep.
Well, the Warrington crowd screaming for everything now. There's nothing forthcoming. 6 minutes to go. High and waits. Here's Wood. Wood takes it straight at Whiting. Whiting stands his ground. Tackles completed standing up, says the referee. Myler with a weaving run, gets it away to Breers. Breers goes wide and finds Joel Monaghan. And they're on his back. And down he goes. Here comes the last tackle for Warrington. They get a quick play of the ball. Breers again will hoist a high one. It's a towering bomb. Lynham's called for it. Lynham's missed it. It went through his hands. It's play on. Whiting to the rescue.
Well, that could have been a knock-on, couldn't it? And Lynham, he was in a good position. He was going down as the ball was coming at him. They were lucky to get away with that. Warrington know now they've got to be disciplined. Don't give a penalty, because they'll just take the time with the black and whites. This has been a wonderful effort, you know, by the visitors.
And they're going very early again, and Holdsworth's gone. They went for a 40-20 then.
That's game management, Eddie. That's exactly what you want from somebody like Daniel Holdsworth. He's recognised he's got to kick early. He's telling his players, get down, chase, keep them down here, don't give a penalty away. And as Phil says, they're giving Warrington the ball in the last position on the field that Warrington wanted.
Here goes Ben Curry, though.
They look a little bit dejected to Warrington. They're running out of steam somewhat. But this whole defence, just relentless throughout.
Well, they say defence wins matches. Here's Myler. Myler then to Atkins. It's not over. This isn't over. Don't worry about that. Atkins is wrestled to the ground by Ben Crooks. Riley, Myler and Hyam, and they go wide to Breers, who looks like he might be playing on one leg. But this is Ben Curry. That's a great tackle by Briscoe. Fifth and last. Ooh, might have been given a penalty away there.
He should be.
Well, he went to blow the whistle, did Richard Silverwood.
That should have been a penalty.
You're right, Steve. Oh, that was a penalty all day.
Not that Hull will mind. The experienced Richard Horn.
The right wrestle on the deck.
Well, it was ages to release him, wasn't he, Briscoe? Then he got himself involved.
Well, he used his legs as well, Steve. He's trying to be clever, and he was on that occasion because he's fooled the referee. Warrington have got to get over that now. They have 3.5 minutes left in this game. Is it enough time?
Well, they should be kicking yet again on the fourth. They've done it on the past 2 occasions. Will it come from this man, Danny Houghton? Yes. Great stuff.
Over the top, and another wonderful kick, because this will stay in the field of play, will it?
No.
No. So he surrendered 20 metres ground. The clock is Warrington's greatest enemy. Chris Hill.
Well, if you're a Warrington coach or supporter, do you think you'd side a best down the middle to break them or out wide? They've tried to penetrate through the middle of the field, but the defence from Hull's been impressive. A short tip-on pass to somebody like Richard Myler. But at the moment, it's a white wall that's moving up really quickly, and 3 of the 6 players already gone.
This is Mike Cooper now for Warrington, trying to jink his way through. They've held out for 4 tackles, have Hull. What have Warrington got left in the locker for the last 2? Hyam can get nowhere because Lynch was all over him. Myler to Breers. Here goes another high hit and hope. This time McDonald claims it brilliantly.
Well, he's had a trouble night as this fullback, Shannon McDonald, but he's come up trumps when he needed.
This game mightn't determine Warrington's season, but it could very well determine Hull FC's season. They put in some sterling efforts right across the board. I've been so impressed with them defensively, and they've been good enough to get Peter Gentle, I think, possibly a win here tonight. You don't like writing Warrington off, but Hull FC, they've been good value for this 2 points if it comes their way.
Big fight back for Widnes in the second half, but not good enough. Huddersfield have won, which means that if this is a defeat for Warrington, it's a vital one. And Briscoe flaps the kick forward and will score the try that wins it for Hull. Briscoe gets the try, his second of the night, and it goes without saying that Hull now are going home with both the Super League points, and they're going crazy on the terraces. That shows you how important this win is to the Black and Whites tonight.
Tremendous team effort. They had to dig deep. 10 points in arrears early in the second half, and the ability to offload, he had to reach back for it, and the wherewithal, it just ricocheted off Joel Monaghan, and Briscoe celebrates as though they've won a final. And in many ways, it's going to be so important to this side to keep winning, to get that momentum, and that is what they are doing.
Tom Briscoe. Well, he got the 80th try for Hull with his first effort, the 90th of his career. He's gone past the mark now. And Daniel Holdsworth's had a big say in this victory. It's his 3rd in a row. He was a big signing from Salford. He missed 7. This is only the 8th game he's played this year. The Warrington fans are waving. They're going home. The Hull supporters will stay to the end here and cheer this win to the rafters. It might have been a difficult trip across with all the motorway problems. It'll be a brilliant journey home. It's
massive, Eddie. It's a massive 2 points. I know there's only 2 on the comp. It means so much more than 2 this to that club.
Holdsworth misses with the kick. But look at the scoreline. Warrington 6, Hull 26. A massive night for the Black and Whites.
What a turnaround. 10 points in arrears. Now they find themselves in the final seconds. 10 points in front.
Warrington not interested in kicking off. There's the final siren. Tom Briscoe with 2 tries. And Richard Whiting with 2 tries. And Tom Lynham sandwiched in between. 26-16. They were 10-6 down at half-time. Only the